Recently, when conducting a client exit interview, I asked her if she would consider recommending this process to other people. And she said, yeah, it's for the people that are missing something, or maybe missing themselves somehow, like they're lost. And it's interesting that she said that because other clients have said the same thing. It's like, this process, Tanya, that you've taken me through has helped me find my way back home to myself. And so what is it that makes us lose ourselves? When I was in my second year of university, let's say 2001 or so, it was a really big day at school. The security team was having their annual lost and found sale. What this meant is they collected bits and bobs from all over campus and then sold them at the end of the year to raise money for various campus-related causes. I loved this sale, rooting through other people's junk, finding treasures, and this particular year, the holy grail of treasures. It was a desk lamp. Now, not just your ordinary desk lamp. This had a base and one of those spring-loaded arms so you could kind of put it in any position. Oh, and in the base of this lamp, for my organizers in the room, it had little pockets for things like paper clips and staples and other trinkets. Built-in tape dispenser. I was in heaven, and this was the best dollar that I had ever spent. But I asked the guy at the table, how do you lose a lamp? And he was like, I don't know. Maybe somebody left it in residence when they moved out at the end of the year or something. A likely story. I'm a friendly person and was known around campus, prancing around with my lamp all day long. People would be like, hey, Tanya, hey, what's up? What's with the lamp? I just bought it at the lost and found sale. And inevitably, they would ask the question, how do you lose a lamp? I don't know. I just don't know. My high school boyfriend had a lot of challenges with anxiety, panic, agoraphobia. There was times when he was so stressed that he couldn't leave his house. We dated for 3 years, and in that time, I somehow lost part of myself. A big part of myself, in fact. And it didn't happen instantaneously, and it didn't happen in a way that I noticed. But over time, something was missing. As I spent time nurturing him in his illness, being with him when he couldn't leave the house. 3 years into this relationship, actually just before we broke up, a girlfriend of mine who I'd known and been best friends with for many years, she said to me, Bo, that was my nickname, Bo, we never go out dancing anymore. And I said these words to her. I said, I don't like dancing. I surprise myself even now saying that out loud because dancing is my life when I'm not helping people change their own lives. Dancing is my passion, always has been. At this point, when she said this to me, I was dancing probably 14 hours a week and taking modern dance classes, ballet classes. I don't like dancing. I'd lost a part of myself in this relationship, and somehow it just sort of melted away from me, where I didn't want to go out dancing in the way that she wanted, like out to the clubs and partying, and I don't like dancing. So this is really interesting to me, how we can put ourselves in these situations where we lose track. We lose track of who we are and what's important to us and what matters to us, who we want to be, where we want to go. It's like we need a compass to find our way back home. And that's what I do when I work with my clients, is I offer them tools that help them reprogram their thinking so they can find their ways back home. And there's 3 things that I offer them to help that become easier. And thing one is I help them clear their past. And what I mean by that is we go through these techniques that allow their unconscious minds to just release the pain of the past. Whatever pain could be driving them to forget who they are. And it's my belief that we might forget who we are and get lost because maybe we're trying to please people, trying to get love somehow, trying to get comfort, trying to get nurture. But when we do that, we stop nurturing ourselves. So I help my clients clear the past so that they're free of any old stories that might be unconsciously, of course, causing them to, I don't like dancing. I also encourage them to focus on what they want. Look towards where you're going. Keep asking yourself, well, what is it that I want? It's an okay question to ask yourself. I hereby give you permission to ask yourself, what do you want? And the third thing I offer my clients is to take action. So first we have to clear the past, then focus on what you want. Where are you going? What steps are you going to take to get there? Take action. Take massive action, and or possibly more importantly, take small, consistent action. That day, with the lamp, walking around campus. Hey, where'd you get the lamp? Ah, the sale. I went into the library to study that night on campus. Had an exam the next day, I'm assuming. Studied into the night, finally got on the bus, got home. On my second bus, I ran into a guy from one of my classes. He gets on with this huge box. I'm, hey, what's up? Yeah, test tomorrow. Oh, doozy, blah. So I say, hey, what's in the box, buddy? And he's like, oh, I just bought the best lamp. Where's my lamp? I somehow have lost the lamp that nobody thought anyone could ever lose. And I say this to the guy, oh my gosh, I lost the lamp. And he goes, how do you lose a lamp? And I don't know how we lose that light within ourselves. I never found that lamp. I called the security team when I got home. This was before cell phones. I called, hey, I was at the Lost and Found sale today. I bought that amazing lamp for $1. Best dollar I ever spent. Have you seen it anywhere? He's like, well, didn't you buy it? I was like, I bought it, but I lost it. He says, well, how do you lose a lamp? I don't know. After this relationship with this fellow, I'd like to believe that I vowed to myself that I would always stay true and remember my light and keep on the path towards who I want to be and what I want. But I didn't learn that lesson then. Another 2-year relationship went by where I lost myself again, then another 9-month relationship. And then I finally clued into the fact that something is happening here that's making me get off track of who I want to be. And so I vowed after that 9-month relationship to never ever lose myself in relationship again. And I had to be so clear on that in my mind. I had to be so focused on that. Who I want to be. Who am I? What is my light that I want to share? And thankfully now, into a 15-year marriage, I'm very on track with who I am, who I want to be. I'm dancing at 10. I've found my way back to dance, thankfully. Now as a partner dancer, salsa dancing, bachata, some new ones, zouk, kizomba, probably words you haven't heard before from all over the world. And the amazing thing about this clarity that I have, this focus on who I want to be and what I want to be and have and do, is now I can get lost in the dance. And so I offer you this as I wrap up. This is not an easy path to be aligned with who you are and who you want to be. It's going to take some stillness and silence, maybe even surrender, a softening, a listening inside. And it's almost like you need to kind of take one of these amazing articulated organizer desk lamps and shine it on yourself so you can see inside. So that you can find yourself back to who you want to be. And maybe you too can get lost in the dance.